Oh, what a night, having one call on my dear diary. He is triple S, his chairman for life. What a feeling, what a night.
Welcome, friends, once again to another episode of BC Dear Diary. So today, who am I going to invite? I was thinking of inviting Daniel Levy, but I can't seem to get him. So the next best thing, today we have with us the chairman of the Singapore Spurs Supporters Club, Wen Kong. Wen Kong, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, BC. Thank you. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, no. The honor, the pleasure is all mine. I know you are busy, man, so very hard to get you on. So before we go into the questions proper, I want to ask you a question. In order for me to next time run for chairman of the Singapore Spurs Supporter Club Triple SC, do I need to play ball?
I need to? It's preferred lah. It's preferred.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
got better chance.
So it's a Spurs chairman thingy to be ball and wear specs lah.
It's not a must-have lah. It's a preferred to have lah. Give you another 0.5% votes. Yeah, usually.
Okay. Anyway, jokes aside, I mean, thank you so much for joining us today. We have some questions that I think a lot of our viewers wants to ask you and want to find out from you, because I've been getting a lot of messages that, hey, bro, you need Wen Kong on the show. I'm like, hey, chill. I got it covered, man. So first thing first, man. We all know that you're a lifelong Tottenham Hotspur fan. So
yeah,
can you share with us how this love affair actually started?
Okay, this one we have to go back all the way to 1979, 1980. Glenn Hoddle and the beautiful Spurs way. That was it. Back then, I think you're probably not even born yet, but back then you only get like 1 hour highlights program, of the English first division. That was what it was known back then, right? And we probably get to see each team play for about 3 to 4 minutes. A lot of my classmates back then and friends back then went for Liverpool. It was like because they were doing so well back then, winning the league almost every other season or something. But for me, it was always Spurs because of the way we play. Yeah.
Oh, actually, I sometimes I feel I'm cheated, because I see our logo very stylo. That's why I started supporting Spurs. So anyway, apart from that, I think the Singapore Spurs Supporter Club has been around in Singapore for a very, very long time already. Just that it is not very well known that we actually exist. So even the recent election, the Worker Party candidate is a Spurs fan. So unfortunately, just like us, Spursy are at the last hurdle. So can you share with us a little bit more about the Spurs Supporter Club?
Okay, basically, Singapore Spurs started as a thought back in 1999 when some of the fans actually gathered together to watch the Worthington Cup final. I think about 150 of them got together, and that was the first time that the Spurs fans actually get together in Singapore. I think back then some people were even thinking, "Whoa, I thought I'm the only Spurs fan in Singapore. I didn't know there's another 100 old people here." So yeah, from there it started, and the founders back then, Jong Han and Kamajit, they actually worked on it, and by 2001 we became an official supporters club. We are Singaporean. I might say the first in Asia. Yes, that was how we started.
So what does it mean to be an official supporters club?
No, as an official supporters club, we get a lot of resources actually, and a lot of support from the main club itself. For example, our members can go and watch a match in White Hart Lane, or now it's known as the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, right? So you can get tickets through us, and you don't have to go and find the ticket touts and all that. Yeah, so that's one very big advantage. The other one is, of course, you get to meet and hang around with like-minded fans in Singapore, right? And even when we go to watch a game in London, right? Sometimes, actually most of the time, they will actually arrange for us to have a tour of the stadium and stuff like that. So I was there in December, so I can tell you, after seeing all the photos and videos and all the interviews, whatever, saying it's the best in the world, nothing beats being there and seeing it for ourselves, touching it and experiencing the atmosphere.
Of course. I mean, so I understand that today Singapore Spurs have already grown quite big. So to all you Spurs fans watching, if you are still not part of us, don't wait. Don't wait. What are you waiting for? You're waiting for the cow to come home, is it? So basically, it's been a very challenging year. Basically, not only for football, not only in Singapore, but basically the whole world. So I understand that the SSSC has come up with some, I would say, plans or some stimulus package. The Singapore Spurs Together plan. So what is that plan actually?
Actually, the thinking behind it was that I think a lot of people are struggling. I think a lot of us with this pandemic happening, I think it's been tough for us, it's tough for members and even their friends. So we actually, through some of the committee members, we actually coupled together, try and put together all the information about who they can go to and approach for help, whether it's financial aid from the government, health or mental well-being, and even the social services kind of support. So we actually put it all together into a spreadsheet, and then we share it out to our members. It's available, it's accessible from our Facebook page, and we have also encouraged our members to share that with their friends and families. Yeah.
I think what you're all doing is actually very good because in these troubled times, troubling times, difficult times, I think we should all be helping each other rather than slagging off each other. Which comes to my question, when it comes to slagging off people, I know I don't want to. I think I'm going to catch you off guard, but Levy, in or out?
In or out? In, of course.
Yeah, I mean, you have the pleasure of last year during the ICC, Spurs came down. So you have the pleasure of actually sitting down with him, having a very proper discussion. I don't know what you all discussed, lah. Maybe where you all cut your hair or.
We share the different brands of shavers we use. Yeah.
I mean, jokes aside, he's a very intelligent person. I mean, he's a very polarizing figure. We have people that don't like him, but then again, I'm very sure even for these people that don't like him, deep down inside, they know that without him, we wouldn't be where we are today. We have basically one of the best stadiums in the world, although now it's empty, lah. And we have grew so much, and when I started supporting Spurs, we were struggling every time. So to even qualify for the UEFA Cup, we'll celebrate. But now we don't win, don't qualify for top 4. People already count without.
Yes.
So I think we have grown a lot. And you have met him personally. So how do you think of him as a person?
He's very nice. He's really very, very nice. I think even before you talk about the breakfast I had with him, right? And sitting together with some of the other staff from Spurs, as well as the other regional Spurs supporters club's chairman. I was actually at the hotel. Okay, you can call it stalking or whatever. Then happened to see him walking. He was rushing to somewhere, don't know where. So we saw him running. We actually kind of stopped him, and he patiently took photos with all of us. I think he stopped and took photos with like 6 groups of people before he just hurried along on his way. Not those very song kind of face, but very happy and very smiley, to oblige all of us. Yeah. So that was that incident of meeting him along the hotel corridor. During the breakfast we had, he was asking us for our opinion of what he's doing actually. The way he is running a club, the way he has put the priority on the stadium right now. At that time was still building, and despite all the difficulties on the ground, despite busting the budget and all that, he was trying to get a feedback from us, from supporters here in this region. How do we feel about what he's doing? Yeah. So I think that was very nice of him. Instead of very like, I'm the chairman, I know what I'm doing, a top-down kind of thing. No, you don't get that from him at all.
I mean, I did this is a very interesting fact because everyone think that he's a bit songbong like that one. Show off, they're always on the stand.
Yeah.
So to actually find out that he actually got this human side to him is actually refreshing. And I think personally I am in between Levy in or Levy in forever. So I don't know that.
Okay.
But moving forward, as the chairman of Singapore Spurs Supporter Club, what plans do we have that possibly can be done moving forward?
I think this pandemic really threw us all off balance by quite a bit. It's not just it's there are a lot of plans to do different things. We are thinking, because next year actually is going to be our 20th anniversary, right? So we have some plans. We are thinking of doing a book and a video to document our journey for this past 20 years, where we have been, how we have grown, the people that we want to thank, and the people we're so happy to have helped us along the way. Yeah. So that is something that we want to do.
Oh, Singapore Spurs already 20 years old, almost the same age as me.
Yeah. Can tell.
I mean,
so actually come back to that. Actually talk about what's the advantage of being an official supporters club, right? So on our 15th anniversary, right, Levy King actually came to our anniversary dinner. Yeah. So that was something that was the club was willing to support. So we actually had a legend here with us for that dinner. Executive Director Donna Cullen was here as well. Yeah. So that's the kind of bondage we have with the main club.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of advantages of being a official Spurs supporter club, as well as a member of the SSSC, I remember about 1 year ago, almost 365 days ago, Singapore Spurs fans probably have their best weekend of their life when they came down. And I've told you this so many times. I'm going to say this again on air, that we really appreciate what you do. And because of you, we actually we work with this company that I don't want to name, but they have to credit where it's due. AIA.
Yes.
Top. So credit where it's due. I think they've done a very good job in supporting us. And I think myself and fellow Singapore fans included, we really appreciate what they are doing. And I hope this partnership will go on and on and on. Which comes to the next point, because you did such a good job last year, and basically you have changed the whole dynamics of Singapore Spurs. Chairman for life.
No chance, lah.
So are we gonna get Chairman for life?
No, it doesn't make sense. Just like Levy is also preparing himself to, put in place an infrastructure, right, to make sure that the club can continue without him. Similarly, SSSC has to be able to continue without me. Yeah, that has to be part of my job. Yeah, make sure that they can continue on. So yes, the answer is no.
Okay, guys, you heard it from the man himself. He's not going to be chairman for life. He's just going to be chairman for the next 50 years.
You wish. I wish I lived that long.
Yeah, you will. But anyway, about the chairman for life, all these things. I mean, this is actually my diary. But actually, I'm not going to sarcasm you. But really, we appreciate what you've done. I've been a supporter. I've been a member of SSSC for a very long time. But I don't really do anything much because previously maybe the engagement was not there. And I know behind you have a very supportive and very good team behind you that actually make things stick. So I also like to express my thanks to them as well. I know everyone from the way before, from people like Terence, Alex, Inta, and all, Thomas. I remember when I won the SSSC futsal tournament, I refused to thank the sponsor because I was working for their rivals. So Thomas was like, please just say their name and thank them because they really did a good job. I'm like, no, I won. I'm not gonna do it. Then like, please, bro. They're like, okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
But I mean, now that I'm neutral, so I really feel that this collaboration with AIA from even from what I heard from Jasper, there's been nothing. They have been nothing but supportive, and of course, even if we have a supportive sponsor, it won't take It won't take without a supportive, a very I say efficient supporters club. So with that said, we already know that with COVID-19, there are so many plans that we cannot really execute. So back to Levy, I understand you all the chairman regionally have this meeting with him. So did he share with you all his vision?
I think I think what he shared with us is not new, in the sense that you probably have read about it already. You know, his plan is really to put in place the infrastructure, make sure I would say the company, not just the club, the whole company, right, is well run. Then he can leave. I think he didn't say the word he will leave, but I think that's what he plans to do. And yeah, I think he has done a great job to bring us to where we are right now. Yeah, some fans may be unhappy that certain seasons he could have backed the manager by buying players and all that. But I think he has always had a long-term vision, and he has stuck to it. Pochettino being able to do all the magic he did for us for all those years, those wonderful times that we had. He was ahead of the curve. He was like, I think at the first interview with Pochettino, he already said, my objective, my job that the job that Levy gave him was to bring us to the Champions League when we move into the stadium. He delivered very early, but I think Levy, being a very down-to-earth man, knew that maybe probably financially or from his perspective, he was able to commit only that much during that time. Right.
Speaking of Pochettino, obviously we know that all the Spurs fans love him for what he has done. He made us believe again. He brought us to. He actually brought us to this stage in our club's life that a coach like Jose Mourinho is actually interested in coming to us. So now that Jose is our coach, makes results. But recently we beat the other team from London, the South Londoners.
The South Londoners.
Yeah. So what do you think about Tottenham? Not Triple SC anymore. Tottenham moving forward. What do you think what are your visions for Tottenham as a fan?
I think with the whole saga around this financial fair play having been shot down by the Court of Appeal, I think that puts a heavy burden on us, because financially we're not as strong as your Man City or your Chelsea, right? And we have so I think that puts a challenge on us to challenge for the top, really winning the league or something like that. Yeah, but I think the top four is something that we definitely can and should be aiming for all the time.
Of course. And there's always this thing that about us, people saying Tottenham that we are growing organically. Are you proud of the fact that we don't? Okay, our owners is very rich, but he don't use money for us. He keep his money, don't know for what. But organically, Levy is trying to make us self-sufficient by building the new stadium, NFL's concerts, who unfortunately cannot take place anymore. So are you proud of the fact that if one day we do win trophies, it's not because we anyhow throw money?
Yeah, I think that makes us different, right? When Chelsea started winning because they threw money at it, I think no big deal. Anybody can throw money and win, right? Just like City, you buy the best players, of course you win, right?
Yeah.
So no big deal. Not impressed, So whenever I see a Man City fan on the street, so what? Sorry. I know there are some lifelong Man City fans, but I don't mean those. But I mean those who just ride on the coattails of all the trophies and the money. Yeah.
Okay. Talking about trophies, this is gonna be I'm gonna catch you so off guard right here. What do you think about Liverpool winning this season? Are you impressed or are you not impressed with the way they play?
I have to say I'm impressed, but I also have to say that they were lucky with the signings. I always feel that when you sign a player, especially if they're not from the same league, it's always a gamble. Yeah. So for them, I think everything played out very well for them. So congrats to them. Yeah, I think they deserve it. So, but next year is a new season. I think if I look at just the past two games that Spurs has been playing, I think we should give them a good fight next year.
Yeah, I hope so too. In your opinion, once again, question time.
Mm.
Win ugly or lose pretty?
I think we have a lot of win ugly. Win ugly. I would say win ugly. Yes, it's about time. It's about time.
Win ugly.
Beautiful game is what attracted me to Spurs. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I will be happy. Actually, I'm happy both ways, to be honest.
The 3 points is the most important thing.
Yeah, get the 3 points if you can. Especially now that we're at the tail end of the season and there's a European place to fight for. Why not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because before we end this session, today I find this a very nice session because I hardly have chance to talk to you like this. Because normally I talk to you, I talking talk one. So this is the first time that I'm actually half serious with you. So what do you have to say to all our Singapore Spurs fan in out there that have yet to join us, and of course the fans that have always been with us through these 20 years? What do you have? Do you have any message for them?
Okay, I think one message I want to say is this too shall pass. This very difficult period we're going through, this economic and social uncertainty we are going through, it will all pass. We may come out of it at the other end of the tunnel, going to a different world, going to a different kind of social norms. But I believe we Spurs fans are made of sterner stuff. We have seen a lot more unpleasantness, and we will come out stronger for it. Yeah. So for all our Spurs fans who are not members, this year in showing our solidarity with our members and fans that are going through this difficult period, you're a new sign up. Instead of paying the usual $60, you only pay $30. If you're renewing, you pay $10 instead of $30, and you will still get your membership T-shirt for this year. So yes, that's what we are doing for our members and fans in Singapore.
My God, $10 to renew, guys. It costs less than a plate of nasi padang. So
yes, you get a T-shirt. You get a personalized T-shirt. Can I just show it?
It got my name or not?
Not your name yet.
Very long.
Yeah, very long.
I mean,
right. So you get this T-shirt for $10 if you renew, or $30 if you sign up as new. Yeah.
I mean, guys. I'll leave a link below for the Singapore Spurs to join up, to find out more about us. And once again, thank you so much, Wen Kong, for taking your time. Thanks
for having me.
Yeah, this is the first time you actually realize I'm talking in broad daylight. Because our friend here very busy, and so I have to talk to him in the daytime. Normally, it's a night show, so I have to cover up. So that's behind me. So once again, thank you so much, Wen Kong, for joining us. Once again, this is BC's Dear Diary, and I'll see you guys once again. Goodbye.
Thanks, BC. Bye.
Remember, like and share.